Hey everyone, my name is Adam Devon Miller. I am the founder and CEO of the Good Game Foundation. Thanks for checking out my We Give Summit presentation. The topic of my presentation, I'm going to be covering a little bit of background of the Good Game Foundation, but more so sharing about our Giving Circle journey. It very much has been a journey. I'll preface that by saying that you'll see why here in a minute. And as well as sharing some goals of our signature nonprofit capacity building program called Training Camp, which teams up pro athletes and sports fans to help nonprofit organizations win. So to get into it, for me, I grew up playing sports. I grew up playing whichever sport was in season, football, basketball, baseball, track and field, you name it. And for me, in a lot of ways, experienced life through sport. And it wasn't until my sophomore year in college, some of my football teammates and we raised some funds to go down to New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina and partner with Habitat for Humanity and did rebuild of some of the homes that had been destroyed or damaged due to the hurricane. That experience really stuck with me in a lot of ways. Yes, the fundraising, the giving of funds, but I think more so just doing in tandem, in partnership with not only my teammates but some local organizations and folks that lived in the community. Really saw not only the power of sport to bring this together and help this particular build, but in doing so, really built out this value of collaboration and teamwork that stuck with me over the years. Had sort of been inspired to further explore what this intentional partnership of sport and philanthropy could look like, and always knew I wanted to pursue an idea of what it would look like to bring those two together, those two concepts. So without getting too much into it today, want to again focus on the Giving Circle journey, but to provide a little bit of background, in May of 2021, after almost a year of development and idea sharing and testing different concepts and talking with folks in the industry, launched a pilot program for the Good Game Foundation, or Good Game as you'll hear me refer to it as. We had two athletes at the time, an NFL player and a WNBA player, that came together, identified a common cause that they wanted to support, and then worked with one partner nonprofit organization. And then along the way, I mentioned May of 2021 is when we had launched this. In June of 2021, started talking with different individuals about an idea to bring in sports fans to start giving towards the various organizations that we would be looking to establish partnerships with and help collaborate and learn together, grow, expand the missions of the different organizations. And a colleague of mine mentioned philanthropy together, and this concept of giving circles. Before then, had no idea that it was an actual thing. I think had been aware of some of the tenets and the core concept, but to kind of see it spelled out so plainly through the Philanthropy Together, the website, was incredible to see. In a lot of ways, thought that Giving Circle model could be applied to the sports fans we were looking to recruit and give alongside these pro athletes that we were working with. Again, long story short, ended up enrolling in the Launchpad for Hosts program in the winter of 2021. Went through that program, and I think through the program, it was great to learn more so. But along the way, I think more resonated with the concept of just collective giving in general, rather than like the traditional giving circle. I think the thing that caused me to continue to explore more on the giving or the collective giving concept was with the funds that were being raised. The fan club members, the folks that were now part of this kind of giving circle, didn't at the time necessarily have a say in how the funds were being allocated or used to support the partners that we were working with. And again, this is all part of a pilot program that is still a work in progress. We're working through, but that idea of teaming up sports fans still really resonated with me. Along that same time, became familiar with, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with this organization, but Charity Water and their monthly giving program called the Spring. Um, that program, the idea of giving a monthly contribution alongside people that you may or may not know, as part of like this branded program, I felt that more resonated with. And again, I have grand ideas, aspirations for where this monthly giving program could go. Um, but you have to start somewhere. And so ended up in 2022, recruited our first members of the fan club. It was a pretty big milestone when we hit double digits. It was a pretty happy day. But it's kind of starting to slowly but surely grow. So right now we have 14 members that are giving, but collectively in 2022, the members gave about $4,200 between all members. So what we're doing with that, we're pledging that 100% of those funds will go towards supporting organizations that we're partnering with. And along the way, it's a little sidebar, but when we had launched in May of 2021, there was just one partner, nonprofit organization we were working with. But along the way, there were, over the course of like 12 months, over 30 different nonprofit organizations reached out wanting to learn a bit more about what we were up to, how they could partner or work with a professional athlete. And as we were having these conversations, started to identify some commonalities, some themes started to emerge of some of their needs or how they could work to advance their missions. And so this idea of revisiting our mission, our why of working together, that's always been at the core of this. The value of teamwork, collaboration, working towards common goals. There's like a good overlap between not only our mission, but then the goals of the fan club, our monthly giving program. It just kind of was like a nice synergy that we started to see in real time, and ended up developing this program, this capacity building program based on feedback, insight from the partners that we were working with and having these conversations with. So this is literally happening in real time right now. Just wrapped up within, I guess, April of 2023, recruited our first 3 nonprofit partners that will be participating in this capacity building program. And it's the way we've structured and designed it. Yes, there's the pro athlete tie-in that, again, the different conversation, different day could get into how we're activating their platforms and how they're engaging with the partners, but more so we're intentional about building in experiences for our monthly donors, our fan club members, and seeing firsthand how their contribution is affecting the organizations that we're partnering with. So yeah, right now, our very first member is given $5 a month. Our At this point, the most someone is giving is $150 a month, but there's no tiers at the moment in terms of different things that they would be receiving as part of the program. We're all in this together. There's a lot of sport metaphors we could bring into this, but we all have a role to play. So all that to say, with this program that we've built, the training camp capacity building program, we'll be inviting fan club members, our monthly donors, to attend the kickoff call with the organizations where they come together and share some of the issue areas that they'll be training during the program. And then the last closing call after the organizations have worked with our coaches or consultants have a game plan moving forward of how they'll engage different partners and organizations to advance their respective missions. The fan club members will see firsthand and hear how those organizations plan to use the collective pot of funds that will be granted to them by participating in training camp. Again, lots of ideas of how we could activate the experience with the fan club members down the road. Just with sport, I think a lot of great ideas like doing tailgates across the country in tandem with various sporting events. I think a lot of neat things that could take place as part of this program. So I get asked a lot of times, like, why sports fans? Why is that something that I think has the potential to move the needle on a lot of societal issues and really kind of coming together? I think at the root of it, just as a sports fan's, odds are you probably also played sports growing up or played collegiately or at some level. Maybe now your kids or have friends that are playing. I think just the values that you learn through sport, the various life lessons, collaboration, teamwork, working together towards common goals. Those are things that kind of stick with you. And I think a lot of parallels with this collective giving concept of coming together alongside people you may know or may not know, but ultimately supporting common goals that are advancing societal issues and helping make our communities a better place. An example I've used here recently, some of you may be familiar, Damar Hamlin, the Buffalo Bills player that had an unfortunate cardiac arrest during one of the games in the 2022 season. The outpouring of support with sports fans after that occurred, I don't know if we've seen anything like that. Within 48 hours, raised a little over $7 million. And that number, yes, that's a big number. It's pretty incredible. But to me, the thing that is incredible and powerful and speaks to just the power of fandom, 248,000 people contributed to that campaign, that GoFundMe campaign, supporting his philanthropic interests. And I think, again, just speaks to that power of sport. I read probably hundreds, if not thousands, of the comments that were part of that GoFundMe campaign, and people in real time were speaking to just it's bigger than the game. People that said, like, not even a Bills fan, don't even follow the NFL, but just felt called to support this and give back alongside fans and people that were touched by that incident. My mind, I do have a background in nonprofit fundraising, especially on kind of recurring giving programs. And my mind went to immediately, like, what if the Damar Hamlin and his team were able to kind of capture that energy, that momentum, and establish a long-term program that, even if, again, a couple bucks a month, those folks that had participated in that campaign contributed to that, could do a lot of good and do some activations around that and ultimately supporting causes that are making an impact in our world. Just zooming out, there's various stats out there that speak to fandom, global sports fans, how many there are in the world. I've seen anywhere from 2 billion to 4 billion, even upwards of 5 billion sports fans globally, following one sport or another. If we can tap into that momentum, that energy, the fandom that is there, build out this program, and do so alongside your favorite athlete, supporting various causes and organizations. I think just the potential is, I don't know if there's anything that is out there quite like fandom and the potential to do good in the world. I could talk about this stuff all day. Super excited to explore and more so build out our fan club, our monthly giving program, and really talk to the members that are participating. And it's been great to hear some of the stories that have started to emerge from people that are contributing. And once we launch this first session of training camp, may have to do a follow-on session to share some insights from that. But these are all a lot of assumptions that we'll be testing here moving forward. But so far, the feedback has been pretty incredible, and just this idea of building this team, this community of fans, of athletes, of even organizations, nonprofits that want to participate, take part in this. That's really at the core what this is all about. That collaboration, teamwork, working towards common goals. Feel free, anyone that's interested, reach out to me. Goodgamefoundation.org is our website. I'm on LinkedIn, Adam Devon Miller. Would love to chat with any and everyone. And if you're interested in joining our fan club monthly giving program or learning more about that, please reach out. Really excited to check out some of the other sessions as part of the We Give Summit. Thanks for listening to this presentation, and I look forward to speaking with some of you. Thanks.